Just gonna get into this now, and I'm not gonna delay you guys. If you guys know anything about a train horn, I got this actually from Horn Blasters. Okay, so this is what I did. In order to mount this underneath the truck, now I could have got the Horn Blasters what is it? Tire delete. It's a spare tire delete mount that I could have got, and that was like $219. I figured, nah. So what I did is I went and got some U-bolts, $3. 1, 2, and that cross member is right there. See that? Underneath the truck, I bolted it to that. Now, in order to get this up here, what I did was I put a couple of zip ties, and I zip tied this here with some real strong zip ties. Zip tied this one, and I zip tied this one to this pole here. Okay, that way this could be held up. Most of the weight could be held up by the zip ties. After I put the U-bolts in, you see that? I put the U-bolts in. See it? So I put those in, then I cut the zip ties off. Now what I did here, over here on this side, to hold the compressor, the actual compressor here, is I took an L bracket from Home Depot. So what I did is I bought 2 U-bolts and an L bracket. That's all I did, instead of paying $219 for a bracket. Okay, now we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the horns in a minute. But I bought the U-bolt. That was about $3. So I think I spent like maybe $7 or $8, under $10 for this. And I just took a couple of zip ties, because basically this is held up by these 2 U-bolts. This wasn't going nowhere. I had to kind of pry this down just to put the U-bolt up, that L bracket up there, and to put a couple of zip ties in it. And you see how I zip tied it. See that? And then I zip tied to the compressor right here, to the L bolt. See that? L bar right here. That's all I did. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, folks. This is not going anywhere. Nobody's gonna steal this because it's bolted up under your truck. Nobody's gonna steal that. It's bolted to the tank. See that? So that's good. I'm telling you, this thing is on here. Good. You put it on your truck, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. You're not gonna be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But that's for the first part of it. And then next thing we're gonna do something here. Haven't really figured out how I'm gonna put the horns under here, but once I figure that out, we're gonna get back with you. All right, guys. In addition to what we already got, the air tank and the compressor up under the truck, and we got that installed, and we're just gonna wire everything up. But what I wanted to definitely do was get all the components, get all that installed first. That way, you know, it's kind of like the hard part to me. Wiring's easy. Okay, but what I did is I went to Home Depot, and I just got I got 2 of these bars. I think they were like these are aluminum, and I think I got 2 of them, but I think they're about 5 feet in length. And so you can see what I did here. Let's cut them to length. Then I rounded off the edges here, just kind of spruce it up. Then I got this big, I forget how big this piece is, but you guys see. And I made a little bracket and put some screws there, little short screws. You see that? And of course I got the solenoid there. Everything's not buttoned down and tightened up just yet, but it will be. But I done that. That's my little bracket, see? So pick it up, it's up under the truck, and it's sturdy. I've seen some people take them and zip tie them and all that. Didn't necessarily want to do that, and everything's not exactly perfect, you know, but it's pretty doggone close. And being that these horns are going to be up under the truck, I'm not so fearful of it. The way it's looking, it looks pretty decent anyway. So anyway, you guys see it the way it's wired up. You see it. You get your closer looks there. Yep. Solenoid there. solenoid valve. You're going to tie one of those to the ground and the other to the fuse to the steering wheel or to the accessory. And here we go. See? And you do want to make sure when you're button these down, you want to make sure there's a small arrow on here. Forget where that arrow is, but there's a small arrow on here. You want to make sure that that arrow is pointing. There's an arrow on here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it, guys. Well, nevertheless, there's an arrow on here. You want to make sure that that arrow, it's a little arrow on here somewhere. Look for that arrow. It's going to be a little arrow in there. It's right, not right here, but it's an arrow. Now, when you put that arrow on, you want this valve to your horns. That arrow is going to go. So the arrow's pointing here, and then the valve's here. Okay. So you want to make sure that that's that way, pushing the air to the horns. The arrow's going to be here, pushing air to the horns. Make sure. And you want all these hoses, you want them to sound, you want all your horns to sound pretty just alike. You don't want them, you want it to sound right. So they give you 10 feet of this cord here. This is around about I'll say almost 2.5 feet, almost 2.5 feet each. I just did mine just a little short, just a little shy to make sure that I had exact length. So all these are the exact same length. And this kind of time in there. You see that? This horn, this wire here is going towards here. See, so it doesn't really matter where they're going. Okay, and again, like I said, we got our bracket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our get us some zip ties. We're gonna put us put it up there with the zip ties first. Get everything kind of up there where it's gonna be, and then we're gonna drill some holes. And we're going to fasten it right, fasten it down with the bracket there. And I did take the tire out. I'll show you that guy in just a second, guys. All right, guys. What I decided to do, instead of just having this one bracket right here, which actually would have been fine, but what I did is I went a step further and I put a couple of these, because I had this left. So I put a little more aluminum here, and I'm talking about this thing is solid sturdy, okay? So I'm gonna find a way to put it up here. First I'm gonna zip tie it and get it close so I can mock it up and get some good holes in it, and then I'm gonna put some screws in it, and I'll let you guys check it out. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to take you in here with me about this channel. As you see, I just kind of put 2 zip ties up there, hung them up there, and then I'm gonna take, let's see, I don't think I got this one now. Okay, make sure you wear some face protection because it's really dirty under here, dusty and all that. But anyway, we're gonna just take these ties, zip ties, and kind of zip tied up. Let's see. And it could be a little tricky. It can definitely be aggravating, but as you see, it gets done. Because you're going to cut these off after you're done mocking it up, putting it up. No, not. You're just going to zip tie that, and then I guess you're going to zip tie another one there and zip tie one there. And then you batten down your zip ties real good, almost like you're going to hold it up there with your zip ties, and then you're going to come back and you're going to mock it up with your drills, whatever, however you're gonna do it. But that's easy, you know. So pretty much with your zip ties, you see the zip ties there. It's kind of hold. You're just holding these up here. All you want to do is hold it up here. That's all you want to do. You just want to hold it up here, okay? So that you can get it done. I'm gonna put a zip tie there, and I'm gonna make it real tight. That way, when I mock it up and I start drilling, I'm not gonna have any problem. That way, I can get some screws in there, bolts in there, okay? And we'll go from there. Alright guys, now we're back on the truck. And what I'm gonna do is, we've got the horn mounted, basically mounted with the bracket up there. As you see, the 4 horns, okay? You got the solenoid, the valve and all that. And these are right here is our bolt. So we haven't tightened this down. It's in there, but it's not tightened down. As you can see, the zip tie here, I'm getting ready to cut that off. And I'm getting ready to cut this other one off. And as you see, that's the bolt right there. Okay, so we got 2 bolts, one here, one there. That's holding this bracket up. Plus we got a couple of zip ties right here. Got another zip tie and another zip tie here. Okay, now the thing is, I'm gonna use some sort of like L bracket, something about like this, but it'd be a little bit better. I just kind of found this line around, just kind of wanted to use it and see what I can do. But I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna put it right here, as you see. I don't know, on top of this bracket here. I'll put it here and mount it up to this plate. But I don't want to have as much tilt as I have on this. I want to bring this horn down. I want it to be even. I'm just Mr. Perfect like that. Not a big deal, but that's just me. Now in this diagram here, you can see this is exactly what you want to do when you're wiring up the remote to the train horn. And it's just like it shows here.
Good morning.
You going there, man?
Yeah.